Heyo! It's me, Harper Savage, and today we have a very special video. So some of you may know I've been working really hard for the past couple of years on something, and today is finally the day that it's done. I made a coloring book! Yay! So this is my coloring book. It is published on Amazon, so you can get it from there. I'll leave a link in the description. But we're going to be doing a flip through of it to show you guys what's in it, because I know sometimes you don't want to purchase something if you don't know what's in it, you know? So here's the cover. It's of Chi, he's my cat, and of a peony wreath and a succulent background. Here's the back. Now this scans to my link tree, so don't be afraid to use it, to follow me everywheres. And I have a couple of previews because Amazon does show the cover of the book and a couple of inside pages, but not the whole thing. So I want to make sure you guys got a look if you're just on Amazon. It is a matte finish cover. I like the texture of it. It's like a weirdly smooth texture. I don't know how to describe it other than smooth. So let's go ahead and start the flip through. Alright, so we have the first page. I won't crack the spine because this is actually Knox's copy and not my copy because mine hasn't come yet for some reason. Knox got that sweet prime, and I don't. So here's the title or cover page. Flora and Fauna. It's a simplified version of the front. I didn't put the chip in the ear like I did in the front because Chi has a chip on his ear, but I wanted anyone to be able to color it as their cat if they wanted. Here's the copyright page, and again, my scan to follow me on other social medias. And we have illustrated by Harper Savage, edited by Knox the Hero. She did the words because I'm dyslexic, so I needed her to look over and proofread everything. And we have colored by, and you'll put your name here. And we have what we deemed the angry bunny, because I couldn't get the eyes to not look so angry for some reason. And we have a little snail and some monsteras and other various— these are tulips, but they can be whatever you want. And we have the mushroom page. I believe this is a preview on the back. And this is my— I think it's a deer skull. It's been a long time since I've done some of these pages, but yeah, it's supposed to be poppy flowers and deer skull. And this was actually an Inktober illustration I turned into a coloring page. There's a lot of that. A lot of me turning Inktobers into coloring pages. Like this one. It's a raven or a crow. Then we have my moral mushrooms, then my moss. And a prickly pear cactus. Now we have a llama or alpaca with— I think they're gladiators? I'm not sure. My mom called them something and I can't remember what they were. But she brought them home one day and I'm like, I have to draw this. Here's my leaf page with different leaves. You can color it like fall, like spring, like summer, whatever way you want to do it. Here's my feather page. This one, I really liked drawing, but I don't know if it's gonna be like anyone's favorite page to color because there's a lot of black lines here. Here's my roses. It's actually one of my phone backgrounds, and a couple of other people have this as their phone background. The colored version though. Here's my moth and bleeding hearts page. I remember hating this when I drew it, but you know, I've drawn several other pages since and it's not my least favorite anymore. But the process of it was probably my least favorite. Here is my squid and some coral. It's got a skull. I think this was an Inktober page. That's why there's a skull in it, because otherwise I don't think I would have drawn it like this. So the prompt was probably related to a skeleton. I really like the pattern I have on the squid. So we do have some sideways pages. Now, this one is of an angel cat. So I decided to include this because my cat had passed away, not like around the time I started working on my coloring book, but it was close enough that I was like, I need to turn this into a coloring page. I actually do have a colored version hanging on my wall of this, and it's a slightly different variant. Like the tail has a kink on it, and she's like a calico cat, so it's colored like a calico. But yeah, I wanted to include this for anyone else who might be grieving or mourning the loss of one of their pets. Unfortunately, I don't have a dog version yet, but we have the cat version. And this one's called Poisonous Stump because the mushrooms I drew around it are poisonous, but of course you can color it whatever way you want. And we have a flamingo page. Now this one's kind of special because it was inspired by an article in a magazine. I don't know what magazine it was, but I think the flamingo's name was Bob, and it had flown into and broke a window of a hotel, and it kind of just stayed around the hotel. So that's why I drew a flamingo. Now this one actually has a face on it. It is inspired by a feline face, but of course color it however you want. I was actually referencing some other coloring books at the time, so I tried to get a feel for what other coloring books had in them, and they had a lot of like this nonsense kind of look to them. I mean, I like it, of course, but this is not typically what I draw. Here we have my two-headed snake page. There's a story behind why it's two heads, and it's because I drew the head in the wrong position. I think it was this one that was not in the position. It's like slightly the wrong angle for what I wanted here. So I drew another one, but the other one looks so good that I didn't want to erase it, so I just made it a two-headed snake. Surrounded by cacti and the cacti flowers. Here we have a sunflower page. This was one of my more recent additions to the coloring book before it was published. I really like how this one turned out too. Here we have my moth page. This is an Inktober page. It originally had hands holding it, or a hand holding it, but I got rid of the hand and put a background behind it. Here is my bamboo waterfall page. This was a remake of an Inktober that I didn't like, and I still don't really like it that much. I feel like the bamboos don't look like they're the right size for the waterfall. Here we have my rooster page. This is inspired by, I used to have a tiny rooster. He was black and had like a colorful tail. We called him Toei. He was named after the black chocobo in Final Fantasy VII because he was so fast. He was like the fastest rooster we had. Here's a peony reef. I really like how detailed this one is, but I understand that not everybody likes that kind of hyper detail. So I tried to not do that a lot in the book because I know it detracts some people. Here's my koi fish pond. I actually have a variant of this with a painted turtle on my Discord. So if you want a free coloring page, you gotta check out my Discord. It'll be in the hobbies channel, and it'll be pinned. And then we have a pattern page. This one's called Nature is Abstract. Not all of them have names, but some of them do. But yeah, there's mushrooms and feathers and leaves. I don't know what this curly thing is, but I liked it, so I drew it. And this was, I think, the last page that I made for the coloring book, aside from the nameplate page. And this is a caterpillar nomming on some tomato plants. If you are from my area, you understand that these are evil. Tomatoes are everything here. But I think caterpillars are pretty cute though. And here's my jellyfish page. With some bubbles. Here's my bat. It's in a mango tree, but I realized the mangoes kind of look small, so it's either a giant bat or the mangoes are like still growing because they're babies. But yeah, it's supposed to be a fruit bat, I think. This was also me trying to redeem myself with an Inktober illustration that didn't turn out the way I want. I think it turned out pretty good. Here we have our desert viper, I think it is. It's like a horned snake. It was an annoying process to do all the scales, and I think like everyone was like bashing their head into a wall when they were watching me draw it, because I did do quite a few coloring pages during my live streams on Twitch when I was making this. Here we have my peach reef with my peach in the center. This one is probably my favorite page because it has a snail on it and there's tulips in the background. And our puddle that we called the egg puddle because it looks like a little eggy. Here's the fruit page. This was also one of the last pages I did for the coloring book. I like how this one turned out. It was like surprisingly nice after it was all said and done, because I'm like, I'm rushing to do this. I should slow down, take a break. And when I was finished, I really liked it. Here's the duck page. Now, when I went around and showed my family the proof of my coloring book, they all really liked the duck page. I don't know why. I think it's cool, but I don't think it's like the best one in here. Not the worst either, though. And then here we have the succulents without the cat on the top of it, just in case you wanted to color it by itself. And here I have in the back of the book a swatches and test page for you to test out any of your products in case you're new to the Amazon paper. In their last page where they tell you where it was printed at. Ours was printed in Delaware, Middletown. And here is the back. I will leave a link in the description below for my coloring book. Thank you for everyone who has purchased already and everyone who is going to purchase. Do not forget to leave a review to help push me through Amazon's search engine. That way more people can find my book and purchase it if they like it. That's gonna be it from me. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye!